Here's to not getting too deep. But like, you act like the wizarding world is like something you can avoid. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Frankey, Unfiltered, and I'm going to drunkenly review Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, a classic by J.K. Rowling. A drunk review by an almost 30-year-old whose Christmas tree is still up in mid-January. The first chapter goes on and on about how normal the Dursleys are. Sometimes I want to call them the Dudleys because Dudley Dursley is very redundant. And like, come on. Why? Like, what is normal? What is normal? No one's normal. We're all crazy in our own different ways. So like, nobody's normal. I'm sorry to break it to you. Wise words from an almost 30-year-old. You're not normal. No one is. We're all incredibly awkward and no one's normal. But like, on the subject of normalcy, like Petunia comments on like how common Harry's name is. I'm like, but like, if you want to be super normal, whatever the hell that means, wouldn't you want to be common? So like, you've got Vernon and Petunia and Dudley. I mean, like, if you want to be normal, pick like common names like Anne and what's a normal guy's name? Some of this book like is really up. I don't know if you've noticed. For example, Harry Potter has been living in what the British call a cupboard, but like Americans call it a closet, under the stairs. Literally living in a closet. Like, he's been living in a closet for a decade, guys. Like, that's some fucked up shit. But also, like, they talk about how normal the Dursleys are, and then they have this spoiled brat kid. So like, some more shit is Harry's forced to wear like a ton of hand-me-downs. So like, Dudley's a big kid. Like, he's mildly obese. Mildly obese. And like, so like, Harry's wearing big clothes from like probably like 3 years ago, which there's nothing wrong with hand-me-downs, but when that's like all you wear, and I guess maybe we could get into this on like Ron, because I'm sure he wears a ton of hand-me-downs. I feel like Molly Weasley is a lot more conscientious about like, this isn't in style anymore, like, and hasn't been, so we're gonna get like a new sweatshirt for you or some new jeans. I don't know. Maybe she's not. She's got 7 kids. Okay, anyway. Harry has to wear all these old clothes. That's not totally normal if we want to go back to the normalcy. Like, some hand-me-downs are normal, but like, these hand-me-downs probably do not fit Harry whatsoever. Harry's forced to wear a ton of hand-me-downs, and like, Dudley beats him up all the time. And the Dursleys are clearly pretty wealthy. Like, Rowling talks about how great of a job that Vernon has, and like, he seems pretty high up in his company, honestly. I can't remember. Drilling, maybe? Some weird business, but like, he seems like he's doing pretty well, and like, they do all this stuff for Dudley, and like, he's going to an all-boys school for the next school year, and it's where Vernon went, and he has like this stick that he walks around with because he gets to correct the other boys at the school or some bullshit like that. I mean, like, really, this. My grandmother went to a school that is also a boarding school. She did not board there, but like, I'm pretty sure the girls don't get to walk around with like a stick to beat each other up. Like, Dudley's always beating up Harry Potter. And so his glasses are broken a lot. Which one? I mean, at least the Dursleys bought him glasses, like, and recognize that he needs them to see, because as someone who's blind as a bat, you really need glasses or contacts to see what the f is happening in the world, because shit's hard to see. I'd be a hermit if I didn't have glasses or contacts. His glasses are broken all the time, and they just like tape them up, which, I mean, I guess with like basic wireframe glasses, maybe it works. I don't know. I've only ever had like plastic frame glasses. I don't know. So maybe the tape works, but it seems like he could afford to get Harry glasses fixed, and maybe tell his son, like, listen, we hate spending our money on this kid, but like, quit beating up his glasses and breaking them. Don't beat up your cousin. One, that's fucked up. But like, two, if you're gonna beat him up because you're obese and he's malnourished because he lives in a closet, like, maybe don't hit his glasses, because glasses are expensive. Aren't the school officials kind of freaked out that like this scrawny little kid is like super pale, his glasses are always broken? And I mean, like, say what you will about like clumsy kids and like super active kids, because like I'm one of the clumsiest people in the world, but like, knock on wood, oh, where was I going? I haven't ever broken glasses. Like, even when I didn't wear contacts, I didn't like break my glasses. I sleep with my glasses sometimes too, so like, they don't get broken. And like, again, knock on wood, like, I've never broken my phone either. So like, if you're a teacher or a principal at Harry's school and you see this scrawny, malnourished kid with broken glasses and like hand-me-down clothes that are maybe, you know, 2 or 3, even maybe 4 sizes too big, like, aren't you a little concerned? We're literally only 3 chapters in. Like, I took a lot of notes for the first part of this book because there's really shit in it. So the owls start coming and leaving all these letters for Harry, and Vernon's like, no, you can't have them. Petunia's like, no, they're gonna come no matter what we do. Like, we can go to the cabin on the rock in the middle of the lake. Petunia knows. So like, Vernon's just like ignoring the shit out of his wife, even though she's literally already lived through all this shit, and like actually knows firsthand that the letters will find you. Like, normal for them? Or is this like, Petunia should fight the patriarchy with Hermione? Because like, so the letters come, they go on this like family vacay to this like cabin on a rock in a lake that they have to like get on a boat to get to. And still the letters find him. Hagrid finds them. And like, Hagrid scares the shit out of the Dursleys. Anyway, Hagrid finds them and like hands Harry his letter. And like, Harry's like, what is Hogwarts? Like, I'm a wizard, what is that? Did Dumbledore really think that the crazy ass Dursleys were gonna tell him about the wizarding world in any capacity? Like, poor Harry thinks his parents died in a car accident, and he just, as a 1-year-old, miraculously lived, which is a miracle because it does happen. But like, and he takes that face value because he's 11, and like, why would you question your family? Like, they tell you this fact, so why are you gonna go, well, I'm not sure I believe you. It gets into a whole different, like, what is the difference between all of the Hogwarts letters? Because there have to be, from someone who works in marketing and communications, like, there have to be different versions of this letter, right? Like, do Muggleborns get a different letter that's like, you're accepted to Hogwarts, here's what Hogwarts is, this is what being a wizard means, like, at the very basic level. So I just, like, maybe that's just my marketing brain that's questioning that. Like, do Muggleborns or wizards who live more in the Muggle world, because I'm sure there are some, is it like, welcome to Hogwarts, you're a wizard, do you want to learn more about this school? Read this book. Does the letter come with the book? I mean, like, so many questions. I have so many questions. J.K. Rowling, get back to me. Also, if you need any extras for any of the Fantastic Beasts movies, I'm here for you. I've got Hermione here. I can be like a wizard, like a great-great-aunt wizard in Hermione's family. Because Hermione here don't care. Vernon talks about, like, I didn't want Harry to get mixed up with these wizarding types, like, because you're super normal. But, like, getting mixed up with wizarding types, like they're a gang? I mean, like, kind of they are, but, like, or it's like druggies, like you didn't want this kid that you don't really like because he's kind of weird and scrawny and doesn't fit in with your normal family. Again, whatever normal is, you didn't want this weird kid to, like, fit in with your family totally, but you still don't want him to, like, acknowledge there's, like, this weird part of your family that you married into. You didn't want this kid that you're, like, forced to take care of to get mixed up with wizarding types. Like, what does that mean? The Dursleys are just like, yeah, take him, it's fine. Take him to this invisible, like, in the middle of London, like, shopping area for wizards. Like, I'm sure Petunia knows about it because her sister, but, like, am I slurring my words? But, like, still, they're just like, yeah, take him. I mean, I know Vernon is not fond of him, and Petunia just, like, deals with Harry, and obviously Dudley beats him up all the time because his parents are not fond of him. But, like, they're just like, yeah, giant 8-foot man, take our kid, take this surrogate kid of ours, take him to the middle of London where nobody knows you or us or anything. Take him shopping. You don't need any money? We wouldn't have given you any anyway. So Harry and Hagrid go to Diagon Alley. They get all of his school stuff. And then Hagrid's like, well, time to send you back to the crazy people that are your family and take care of you because they're obligated to. And, like, he's just sitting on the train back to the Dursleys with, like, an owl and, like, a cauldron and some shit. Like, they had to have gotten his trunk, right? Like, so he's sitting there with, like, a giant trunk. And then, like, whatever time passes, I assume it's probably, like, a week or two. I don't know, his birthday's, like, at the end of July, and Hogwarts is on the 1st of September. So, like, a month passes, and they just deal with his owl and cauldron and trunk of things. And the closet under the stairs back to King's Cross Station, and is like, hey, I don't know how to get on platform 9 3/4, and is, like, asking people. Like, wouldn't Hagrid have been like, hey, I'm dropping you off at the train to go back to your aunt and uncle's house, like, for future reference, when you come here in a month, maybe don't ask random people where platform 9 3/4 is. Just kind of look for other people with random animals. Ask them. So, like, other people with owls, look out for them. And I just have a lot of questions about, like, operations and logistics. So, like, how many kids are admitted per year? I mean, the criteria. I don't understand. Do wizards graduate, or are they just like, congrats, you've attended for 7 years, here's a job? If you get admitted to Hogwarts, but like want to send your kid to like Beauxbaton or Ilvermorny or Durmstrang, like as a wizard or witch, are you automatically accepted to all of the wizarding schools? With admittance, do they try to keep the house numbers even, or is it totally up to the hat? Or do they tell the hat, like, if this kid is kind of half and half, like, if you know for a fact, like, say they're Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, kind of like Hermione could have gone either way. Like, if you know Ravenclaw's kind of short on kids, to make it all even in the long run, maybe sway them to Ravenclaw, unless they're just like begging like Harry not to be Slytherin. And I think this gets answered in future books, but like, is the Sorting Hat song the same every year, or is it like the Sorting Hat knows like who the kids are coming in that have accepted their admittance, and like kind of tailor it to what's going on that year? Is it specific? Does it only change like when there's a Triwizard Tournament, or does it change every year? I'm not sure. Does Harry even know? Probably not. So then like the first semester goes by, things seem normal, they're learning how to be wizards and witches and like basic spells. Anyway, so like another plot point is people start signing up to stay at school for the Christmas holiday, which is clearly a thing. I would assume you'd have to sign up. Like, Harry has no interest in going back to the Dursleys. He's definitely staying at Hogwarts, so like I assume you have to sign up because they need to know like how much food to cook. I assume that means you have to sign up for staying at Hogwarts at Christmas so that they know, are there janitorial staff, or is everything enchanted like Fantasia? Oh my god! Literally so many questions! Malfoy makes fun of Harry for not having to. Harry's excited to stay at Hogwarts for Christmas, so like, it's kind of fucked up that Malfoy's like, haha, you're an orphan, your family hates you, you have to stay at school. I'm an only child and get to go home and be spoiled. I mean, let's be real, like Malfoy, Draco, and Dudley are two sides of one coin. Like, they're spoiled only children in their own wizard and muggle ways. And as an only child, I can say, yes, we are spoiled as hell. Like, it's kind of fucked up because the way he makes fun of Harry is we don't all have a proper family. But like, what is a proper family? So at this point, Harry finds the Mirror of Erised, which Erised backwards is desire, as Dumbledore later explains. It shows your greatest desire. So Harry finds it late one night over Christmas break. Side note, how long is Christmas break at Hogwarts? Over Christmas break, or close to Christmas break, Harry finds the Mirror of Erised, and it's like all these Potters. It's like his parents, and then his parents' parents, and his parents' parents' parents, and like, he sees his whole family behind him, like supporting him. It's great. But like, what about the Evans side? This goes back earlier, so like Petunia, it seems like the only Evans family left is Petunia and Harry. Are Petunia and Lily's parents already dead? Did Voldemort kill them, or did they just like die of natural causes? Or like, where is the Evans side of the family in this equation? I have a lot of questions. I just want to know what the answers to these questions are. So like, J.K. Rowling, like I said, like, hit me up, y'all. Or if you have a hunch, maybe, like, if you have any theories, let me know. I'm dying to know. Does Harry see the Evans side of the family, or is it strictly like black-haired, blind Potters all the way back? I don't know. I have a lot of questions. Again, hit me up near the end, and like, the kids are being punished for whatever reason. I truly can't remember at this point. I've been recording for a while and I'm drunk. Which is the point of a drunk book review. But anyway, they get to the forest to like do their punishment or whatever. And like another up thing is like Draco's like, this is servant's work. But like, who even in the 1990s was calling someone a servant? He also doesn't even know what they're doing yet. Like, Hagrid's just like, we're going into the forbidden forest. Like, keep your wits about you. This is servant's work. What does that mean? In the forest, they find a unicorn that was killed, and like this hooded figure sucking the lifeblood out of the unicorn. And like Hagrid's like, that shit's valuable, but like we gotta not kill unicorns because they're creatures that I love. Because Hagrid is wonderful and all about animal rights. And also, is Hagrid a vegan? Or is he just like, let's kill animals humanely and like take care of them while they're here? I don't know. They have finals. Then they have to stay at school a week after finals. So I imagine it's just like actual mass chaos on the Hogwarts grounds. And they play like a Quidditch game after school is over and after finals are over to like have the professors have enough time to grade things and like learn how they did. But like this is also when Harry, Ron, and Hermione are all scheming to figure out how they're gonna find the Sorcerer's Stone because they've known about it for a while thanks to getting Hagrid drunk and probing him for answers about random things because they knew, blah, blah, blah. So like they're like, how are we gonna get to the Sorcerer's Stone? Because they're super, super suspicious of Snape for valid reasons, because reading this as a standalone and not trying to look too far in the future, Snape is super sus. So then they like do the giant wizard's chess and like find the key. They find the key, then they do the wizard's chess. And then Fluffy's already asleep before the key and the wizard's chess. So like then there's 2 more obstacles that they have to get to before they get to the Sorcerer's Stone that are not included in the movie that I remember. And thanks to Freeform and HBO, like every weekend's a Harry Potter weekend. But like they have to go through the fire and figure out which potion will get them which way. And then there's something else that I totally can't remember. But because each major professor, I mean, there's more than like 5 professors, right? I mean, this is a school of like 500 wizards. There's Trelawney. She didn't enchant whatever on the way to the Sorcerer's Stone. Anyway, so like they find the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry burns Quirrell. Spoiler alert. They learn Voldemort's hidden back of Quirrell's head. We're back in King's Cross Station, and Harry's like, I'm gonna threaten Dudley. And Hermione and Ron are like, but you can't use magic. And Harry's like, the Dursleys don't know, y'all. And that's kind of how it ends. Stone is a classic. I highly recommend it if you have not, for whatever reason, read Harry Potter yet. The movie's great. I retake a bunch of the Pottermore quizzes and find out what house I'm in, what kind of wand I have, what American house I'm in. Literally, I know all this already, but I want to take it again because a lot of these may have changed because I've changed it as a person. Anyway, highly recommend Sorcerer's Stone. 5 out of 5. Fun read. I reread it in probably about 3 days just because I'm a slow reader and I have a job. But highly recommend. It's a quick read. It's probably like 12-point font. And just really fun. 5 out of 5 if you have not read it yet. Tell me everything that you love about Harry Potter, the series in general, what you would rate this, what's your favorite book, what's your favorite movie, anything that you have to say about the Harry Potter series as a whole. Please let me know in the comments below. If you have any interest in following me on other social platforms, the links are in the description below, and I would love to interact with you on Twitter and Instagram, so please follow me, and like I said, comment below any of the answers to any of the questions I posed in this long video. I would love to know maybe your theories, because I'm not sure some of these questions have answers. So if you have any theories, if you maybe know something that I don't, please tell me. I'm dying to know. But I'm Frankie. This has been my first drunk book review.